Hey everyone from the Voando Comigo channel. Hey everyone from the channel. I'm passing by here near Sete Lagoas. You'll be flying with me from here, basically from Sete Lagoas to Belo Horizonte, on the Airbus H130T2. With this view, which is the pilot's view, a lot of people were asking on the channel for the pilot's perspective, so here it is, especially for those who like simulators. So if you've made it this far, please leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Share it. For those who like aviation, especially rotary wings, because those are the famous helicopters, alright? So let's fly. I'm going to report my position here. I'm on frequency 12255, which is the frequency for the Belo Horizonte corridors, and I'm going to start my coordination of the corridors. Windy Alpha Tango Mike, passing Sete Lagoas Whiskey Sector, heading to the toll at 3,800 feet. So I've already reported my position here. I'm seeing here, look on the TCAS, there's an aircraft here 2,300 feet above, so it's pretty calm here. The separation, I'm at 3,800, I'll maintain 3,800. Until the entrance of the corridor, let me check here. The corridor altitude is 3,900, the minimum and the maximum is 4,000, so at 3,800, I'm a little below the corridor. But I'll keep it like this because up ahead, after the chalet position, I'll need to descend to 3,700 so I can maintain 3,800. Everything's alright, everything's in order. As you know, folks, for those who haven't seen or watched the channel in a long time, I used to fly an Esquilo, and now I'm flying the H130T2. I used to fly an H125, and this one is the H130. It has some different equipment, like the Autopilot. You can see that I'm not using my hand. I've already set up my programming here, the route it's supposed to follow, and it's following it. It's following the route, as long as I program everything for it. It even makes the turn by itself. I just have to control the pedal. It doesn't control the collective. This one is for power too. I control it, but we barely touch the collective. We set it here to cruise position and it goes. Now, we're here at 130 knots of speed. I'll put it in kilometers in the video so you can get a sense of the speed. I'll call the control now too. Switch to the control frequency and I'll call because I'm about to enter controlled airspace. We're here, entering the toll position. The toll is right here and the toll is just ahead. So let's call control. Control Belo Horizonte, good afternoon, Papa Sierra Juliet Mike.
Juliet Tango Sierra Delta Lima, Gillette Papa Sierra Gillette Lima Yankee, transport code 0376.
Okay, 0373 is passing the toll. Do you copy India Mike?
Negative, the transport code is 0376 India.
Okay, 0376 India Mike. Ready, 0376.
Good afternoon, toll booth. My name is Adriano, and I'm passing through.
Did you see the importance of phraseology? He said 0373, I understood 0376, then he said negative, it's 0376. So it's important to say Maya so we don't make mistakes, right? But sometimes out of habit, right? The controller, the pilot, many times we say 3 instead of Maya.
Toll, proceed through 7 cars to the Pedrera position.
Okay, you will maintain reset Lagoas until the Pedrera position. Listening to you, India Jotango.
Belo Horizonte Control, good afternoon. Cabral Romeo 90 on the hill. Cabral Romeo 90, good afternoon, please. Continue descent to flight level 950. Reaching 190, Azul 4721. 4721, descend to 7,000 feet, altimeter 1094, cleared ELS X-ray runway 34. Descent approved, jet bill 094, cleared X-ray procedure 34, Azul 4721. 80.
Guys, I'm giving the position Chanes. The helicopter will turn left. Okay, it's about to turn left by itself. Look. It's turning to keep the corridor, okay? And here it's 3,700, so I'm going to go down a little. Look, what I'm going to do to go down, I take the alt off here. Look, so it... Forget to keep this altitude. I push the nose forward, increasing speed and descending to 3,700. I'm descending a bit. See, 3,700, 3,740. 3,720. I start to level off here, look. Leveling off slowly to keep exactly 3,700, steady. Descending 3,700. I press the alt again. I press the altitude. It will maintain this altitude. The altitude I set there, 3,700, no matter what I do. So, if I pull the collective, it will give speed, it won't climb, it will give forward speed. If I lower the collective, it will hold the nose, it will decrease the speed. Why? Because it's locked to the altitude. So let's go. I've already passed the cabins. I don't need to keep reporting my position since he already told me to just follow. From Sete Lagoas to Pedreira, so Sete Lagoas is here. I'll put the image for you guys on the side. And I'm already heading towards Galpoins, which is the next position, then Galpoins, Pedreira, Pedreira. They usually clear me direct from LBH. Here, look, it shows me everything. There's 1 minute and 33 seconds left until we reach the next position, where it will make a right turn. So what does the pilot do in this situation? Here, everything is pre-programmed to follow the route, and I monitor the flight and control the pedal. What does monitoring the flight mean? I'll watch out for vultures, check if there are any along the route I'm going to follow, and see if there's any rain. If there's any smoke here, I need to avoid it too, so we don't end up with a lot of smoke inside. The helicopter's parameters, fuel, oil pressure, temperature, all of that becomes easier for us to monitor. The autopilot is doing our part here, which wasn't the case in the other helicopter. I had to be here controlling it the whole time, right? In helicopters that don't have this helices system, we have to control it all the time. So here, let's say it gives the pilot a bit of a break. Here, having to constantly control and maintain it. And we can monitor other things, listen to the control better. It's a very helpful system. Look, it's starting to turn, following the corridor. The next position will be the Pedreira position. That's right. When I pass Pedreira, I'll report to control. And a lot of people also ask me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow. I'll leave my Instagram. Lots of people ask me there. Romulo, do you think that one day helicopters and airplanes will be autonomous, completely autonomous? I'll be honest, okay? I don't think so. I think there will always have to be a human on board, especially for passenger transport. Now, regarding the R-550, for example, it's a helicopter made for agricultural missions, firefighting missions, and it doesn't carry passengers. Cargo transport, yes, that's fine, but for passenger transport, I think it's very hard not to have a pilot in there to monitor things, right? At least I think that autopilot technology, this kind of technology, this automation of piloting is very good, but it has to work together with the pilot. See, the vulture over there, I had to dodge it. Some details are just for the pilot to manage. There's no way around it, right? And honestly, I wouldn't get on an aircraft where there's no human on board who knows which button to press, right? I think it's very difficult, almost impossible. I think there will always be a guy in there, a person inside to monitor in case something happens, right? He has to do it, he has to take some action, there's someone qualified inside the aircraft. When it comes to passenger transport, that's my opinion. We are in 2025, so almost at the end of 2025, almost 2026. So I think that for passenger transport, an airplane or a helicopter taking off on its own and completing the mission, I still think that's impossible. Okay, someone will always be inside to monitor. We're at the Pedreira position. Now let's listen to the control.
If you bring balance. Authorized to fly direct, the gas is... Authorized to fly direct, gas is... Direct the gas, Oreo, I'm on 20.
Indian Tango Mike is passing. Pedrera authorizes direct flight, LBH.
Authorized direct, Indian Tango Mike.
Thank you, direct the LBH Indian Tango Mike. There you go, authorize the direct. I'm not making the turn. The helicopter is making the turn here. It's just monitoring.
7 miles at 6,500 feet now, southbound, 15122. Golf Mike will stay alert, now crossing 5, 6, and 600.
We are 6 minutes from landing there at LBH. Well, so I'm already passing here at Manes Mano. I'm 2 minutes and 55 seconds from landing at LBH. I'm climbing a little here to cross the mountain range there at LBH. The control has already cleared me, so I'm here on the corridor frequency. I know there's another aircraft approaching LBH. Here to my left is Commander Henrico. I will do my coordination. Indian Tango Mike is passing over mains with LBH clearance in 2.5 minutes, 4,500 steps. There's no one here. Let's make the crossing of the mountain range here, right here. What I do is, I'm going to disengage the autopilot now, the navigation. It's going straight to LBH. I have to make the approach a little to the right, so what I do is, I'm going to disengage the autopilot by pressing this red button. I disengaged it, now the aircraft is no longer slaved. Now it's only with assistance. What is the assistance? The assistance here from the autopilot is as follows. I'm going to leave it in this position I left it. It will try to keep the last position I left it in the whole time, okay? If I want to move it, I can override the autopilot here, apply force, and I can override it. But I think it's easier for us to adjust the trim here than this one. Look, on the flow stream, okay? I turn here to the right. I'll let it turn a little to the right. Then I let it stay. See, now I'm going to make it straight and make it straight. I've crossed the ridge and it's entering. Final LBH sector Whiskey India Tango Mike. I've already made my arrival report here at LBH. I'm reducing the collective here, slowing down. Look, and then the helicopter starts to descend. When it starts to descend, I hold the nose here. See, I pull the nose back a little to reduce the speed. See, it's reducing, and here the speed keeps dropping, see? I'm already at 100. At 95, 97 knots, we're going to reduce to this helicopter's VI, which is 70 knots. So here, look, I'm at 87. I can reduce it more. Already making the turn. So every time I move the cyclic here, I hold this trim, even to do the hover. Yeah, it gets easier. So look, I lowered the VI a little more. I'm here at 65. We're descending. Final approach, LBH UISC sector updated, more Tango. And now look, here I already start to reduce more to get a smooth descent rate, not to come in too fast. But there's someone there on the helipad. Why did I make this kind of approach? Because there was someone there on the helipad. I didn't want to get in the way. I could have come closer here to my landing spot. Keep an eye on what the ground crew is saying. He tells you to go down, go down. I touched down, landed the right skid, then the left skid, landed low. The crew closes the throttle. I lock the collective, and the buzzer will sound. Turn off the buzzer. I turn off the avionics and strobe light here since I won't need them. Autopilot lock cycle. cyclic locked. I don't need the iPad anymore. Then wait a minute and cut. I turn off the aircraft's engine. Here, guys, you can notice this vibration on the helicopter's panel, this model. That's just a characteristic of it. When we're on the ground, at idle, this vibration is normal. It's a characteristic of this helicopter. In flight, it has the anti-vibration control system, which prevents the panel from vibrating, okay? The anti-vibration control system is an anti-vibration system. So in flight, it doesn't vibrate like this, but on the ground at idle, it has this vibration, which is normal, okay? So the slower the rotor is spinning, the more this panel vibrates. Now I'm going to shut it down. I shut it down, I remove the spinner. Air conditioning turned off, look, and then the panel vibrates a little. I don't know if the camera will catch it. I'm filming, I have the camera on my head. Look at how people think. Because they think it's weird, because the image really is weird. I'm wearing a camera on my head while Commander Felipe laughs at me. Look, I'm pulling the cold rotor and throttle now. Then the rotation here starts to drop. And what does he have to do? Stop right here in front, as I said in previous videos. So the other blades don't stay right above the exhaust. I stop, I take it out here, look. Before the collision, it gives me all the data here about the flight time, N1, N2, everything I have to fill in the logbook. Here, look, I'm going to refuel. Now, I know I have to put in 200 more liters, and I set the battery to off here.
Too good. What is this? Reminds you of your days in Minas? Helicopter.
It's filming, man. You used to use it, didn't you?
I used to use it.
Yeah, it bothers a bit, right?
Wow, my God.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I just landed here at LBH. The plane is fueled up for tomorrow's flight, already leaving it clean and ready to take off tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your like if you haven't already, please. Take care, everyone. God bless. See you